Let's hit the mailbag.
All right.
Let me see here, because I looked at some of these titles of the things are kind of. When you hear these titles of like the subject matters, you'll be it's kind of a weird mailbag like that, right?
Right.
First one's from one of your favorite contributors, World Champ John Roberts. You like that, don't you? World Champ. John
Yes,
Roberts.
I do.
His subject is Hemsworth. Fellas, can you tell if a guy is on the gas just by looking at home? I saw the new Thor, which was good. Chris Hemsworth is jacked. Joe would like it. Joe would like it because the soundtrack is all GNR songs. Could Hemsworth or The Rock be on something? And can you tell by appearance? I've attached a photo. Do you get the photo, Joe?
Yeah, it's up.
Yeah, he looks huge. But bro, here's the thing these days: the guys, like the steroid conversation, kind of went out the window. You know, like remember how like steroids was a hot button issue? It's like basically it's professional athletes have banned substances, right? But the actual steroid question is not a real discussion in American society anymore because people can go to doctors and get a growth hormone
TRT
and testosterone TRT legally, which are basically steroids. And people get older and you can look like this without taking Anavar or Anadrol or Winchell, without taking the designer steroids. You can go get legal supplements that can make you look jacked. And it's kind of weird how when doctors basically came out and said, hey, these are good for older people for their health, and the conversation kind of just, it's not really even a conversation anymore. Have you noticed that, Conan?
Yep. Well, it's just like it's the evolution of everything. People always say, whoa, how do stars look so good? Well, when you're making millions and you can have a personal nutritionist and a personal trainer and you have access to all the, technology that's out there, that's how you're going to look, and it's a given now. Of course, The Rock and Hemsworth are,
they're on.
Yeah, just like Stallone.
Bro, they're getting the doctor. Here's the thing too about steroids.
Why
steroids,
wouldn't you do it anyways?
Well, they're given people by doctors' prescriptions, and so famous people can go get doctors' prescriptions. So that's just the way it works.
Do you think, along that note, do you think at this point guys like Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire should be excluded from the Hall of Fame or included? I mean, I think they're done. I don't think they can get in anyway, but.
Right, they can't, but it's like they shouldn't because like they were just the high profile ones that like everybody's even they got caught, but they didn't really get caught. Bro, it was a culture of steroids back then.
Yeah,
like there were so many other players taking. It's like, is it really a performance enhancing drug if 70% of the people in the league are taking it?
Yeah.
So
and it didn't. Not everyone made it. There's guys like Pete Cavilla, Pete Rose Jr. that were taking them, and they're not, household names or anything. Pete Rose Jr. never made out of the minors.
My take on that was back in the day, even when I guess we could call them the social justice wars were all over the steroids. Oh my God, it's like, look, baseball's charging enhanced prices for their tickets. Why would you not want enhanced performances? Don't try to pretend that from an entertainment standpoint, the McGwire Sammy Sosa home run chases was like one of those. It was dry. It made baseball super interesting.
Yeah.
Like everybody was like, you can't pretend and tell the fans that they were not interested. You know what I'm saying? So that's the deal. I mean, it's like you're basically it's an indictment to the fans for supporting players that were taking it. But what are you going to do? It's these guys are hitting 70-something home runs. It's entertaining. So
that's similar to wrestling fans because you'll hear fans occasionally comment about someone like, oh, they got out of shape or they're fat. But if they see them on steroids, they're like, oh no, I think they're on steroids. They don't. There's no happy medium with them.
Right. And now these days, if a guy is out of shape and you point it out, it's body shaming. That's how fans have flipped.